Summer is almost here, and if you're looking for a fun activity, then you may want to head up north to Atlanta to check out the High Museum of Art's latest exhibit, Dream Cars, Innovative Design, Visionary Ideas. And Philip Berry from the museum joins us now to talk more about the exhibit. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. So tell us, what are we going to be able to see at this exhibit?
So you're going to see 17 spectacular cars, one-of-a-kind concept cars. A concept car is a car that was designed but never went into mass production, so you couldn't go down to your local dealership or the corner lot to buy it. It was an opportunity to test new technologies, to test new designs. But eventually these cars never went into production, but they led the way to cars that are mass produced today. So they're literally like works of art, one of a kind that you hang on a wall. But in this case, we actually drive them into the galleries. And they date from the mid-1930s up to a Porsche 2010.
Oh, wow.
Actually, the Porsche 918, which is now in production, but in another design iteration. So we have cars that were designed by individuals in their garages. There's a little electric egg that was designed by a Frenchman during the Nazi occupation in Paris. Battery operated, weighs 75 pounds. We have
75
pounds. Literally 3 people can lift it up.
Oh my goodness.
We have cars that were designed by GM during the 1950s and 60s that were inspired by the space age. So technology, design, functionality with a great vision and optimism of what America and the world could become.
And talk about just, who would be interested in going to this kind of exhibit?
Well, it's going to have a broad mass appeal. Obviously the car buffs, cars who collectors, cars who dealers, etc. But people who are interested in design, industrial designers, and then people who are just curious also about what were people thinking back in the 20th century as they were envisioning the future.
Right.
Space age was happening, and all of a sudden we see it in a car. What was happening? But also ultimately the big car buff, the car collector, the car clubs, and then anybody who loves beautiful objects will be coming to the High this summer.
And Mr. Berry, when is this exhibit opening?
We open May 21, and the exhibition will run through September 7th, so it's our summer show, our busiest time of year. So we expect a lot of people to come by to see the exhibition, purchase this beautiful catalog, and see everything else that's on display at the High Museum.
And talk about where you guys are located. I know you're not local in the Middle Georgia area. You guys are up in Atlanta, right?
We're up in Atlanta, 1280 Peachtree Street, which is Midtown Atlanta. We're part of the Woodruff Art Center, so we're between 15th and 16th Street, right off of Peachtree. All
right, this sounds like it's going to be an amazing exhibit with a lot of awesome things to check out. Thank you for joining us this morning, Mr. Berry. And for more information on the Dream Cars, Innovative Design, Visionary Ideas exhibit, just check out the museum's website at high.org.